Aquarius, hi. Welcome to your weekly reading or whenever. I'm not really sure how I'm doing them now. I'm doing a reading for you right now, so you're going to get it. Okay, that's how it's going. And then I'm going to cycle through Pisces, Aries, blah, blah, blah. You are getting a fairy reading today. That's how we're going to do it. Welcome to your reading today with me, Cindy. I'm feeling inspired to do a fairy reading for you. I'm going to find out what fairy from this book wants to come out and talk to you. I feel like I need to move my glass or I'm going to knock it over. The fairy is going to give us a message, and then through the animals, the fairy is going to speak to us about what they're asking you to release, what they're asking you to embrace, hidden factors that you are unaware of, energy that's approaching you. There is an extended at the end of this reading. The link is at the top of the description if you are drawn to it. I'm still stumbling over my orthodontic device, sorry. And in the extended, it's one of my favorite extendeds because we get an archetypal energy from the fairies that represents your inner child. And then your inner child speaks to you in the extended. So let's get started. I'm going to go to the fairy deck. Oh, wow. What a split. The Oak Man and the Bodacious Bodak. The Bodacious Bodak is a little shit. But we all need a little shit in our life every once in a while. So let's see, Aqua Babies. Aqua Babies, Aqua Babies. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm just doing videos when I get them done and they're going up and out. I'm not scheduling them to come out on a certain day and time anymore, so just pay attention. Just pay attention. You have the Singer of Intuition. Very powerful. Enlightenment. Connection. Number 7. Spirit with number 7. Uh-oh. This is a good. I'm back. Sorry. I had to help my little person out with something. Alright. The Singer of Intuition. I don't have my glasses on. Perceptiveness, oracular powers, awareness, and trust. The song of the Singer of Intuition carries all of the information there is. Some people believe that this information, often called the Akashic Records, is like a great filing cabinet or library in the sky that we have to go to in order to get information intuitively or psychically. We needn't go anywhere. The song is sung within our blood and flesh and bones, just as it is within the rest of the universe. If, at humanity's present stage of evolution, we consciously heard the song in all its fullness, we would be overwhelmed, our minds burned out by that energy. A kindly universe has led us to a place in our development where we can consciously hear only bits of the melody. Usually, we must develop skill in actively listening for it, but occasionally a few notes resonate so closely with our own being that we become aware of them. These involuntary experiences are what we call hunches or intuition or extended sense of perceptions. We can improve our reception of the song by learning to be very still and to listen in a very special way. Later chapters in part 3 give techniques for using this and other oracles as amplifiers for the song. Alright. I won't be reading chapter 3, but you can always get the book. What we get for practicing stillness through meditation and listening, just ask and then listen, is the ability to understand and interpret meta-symbols, the symbolism beyond the material symbols of oracles and omens themselves, stars, omens, portents, movements of stars and mice. These are all part of one piece, the one song, and therefore a part of us as we are of them. Understanding them truly is just a matter of learning to be still, to ask, and to listen. Someday, as we evolve and grow, we will be able to hear more and more of this song and to base our actions and choices on greater knowledge. Patience and practice are the keys to all the subtle, clear senses: clairaudience, clear hearing; clairvoyance, clear seeing; clairsentience, clear knowing. Telepathy, hearing each other without words. Precognition, knowing before. Glimpses of a probable future. In the reading, the presence of the singer of intuition indicates that information is available to us if we will just listen to our own inner knowing. Perhaps we have already heard it and still doubt our subtle senses. The singer says this is the time to really listen to our intuition. What are our feelings, hunches, or intuitions about the situation? It is desirable that we should seek solitude, meditate, and practice stillness and patience. This is a time for inward focus, a time to open the inner door to intuition. There are a lot of ins in this sentence because important answers are to be found within ourselves. The presence of the singer in a card spread radiates special illumination and insight on the other cards around it. And then the creator has a quote at the end. Not all meanings are meant to be clear at once. Some ideas take time. Some words are designed to lead us on inner journeys with truth hidden deep inside them. I really like that because a lot of times a reading does not always make sense at the time that you get it. I used to experience that a lot back when I was doing private readings. And well, a lot of time, I would say it would be 50-50, like 50% of the time I'd hear back from someone, I'm like, oh my God, and I wouldn't hear back from them at all. I'm like, oh. And then 3 months later, they would send me a message, oh my God, I can't believe, how is this all playing out? So this message may make sense to you right now, or it may not. But you're being asked to use your senses, your intuition. Allow the message to be received, really. So what are you being asked to release? What are you being asked to embrace? Hidden factors that you are unaware of, and the energy that is approaching you. Wow, interesting. Okay, well, yeah, you can't see the cards. I'm sorry, but you know what? This is a really comfortable spot for me to sit in. And I can't really set it up so you can see the cards and me and here. So, you know, you're going to have to deal. So, now, Rabbit Spirit, now is a lucky time. This is what you're being asked to release. Don't rely on luck. It may not be a lucky time. It may just be for whatever reason going in and out of energies where it seems like, gosh damn it, if Murphy's Law could happen, it does. It kind of seems like that could be a bit. So don't rely on luck here. Rely on your planning, rely on your ability to reformulate a plan if need be. What are you being asked to embrace? Time to heal. Ooh. Whenever I see this healing card with a snake, I always think of the fact that you give yourself your own medicine. Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. Give yourself your own medicine. This is what you're being asked to embrace. Ooh, you are more in charge of your luck than you realize, right? These two cards are looking head on at each other. You're being asked to, you're kind of being given the reins here. Like, imagine if on your journey, you've been going through a cycle where spirit has held the reins and you've been kind of going along for the ride and going, wow, everything's going really good. This all here, now you hold. Oh shit, I'm gonna drive this cart. Yeah, it could be a little bit like that. But this is healing for you because it's also empowering. Because once you grab the reins, it might feel awkward and it might feel like all of a sudden now you're hitting all the potholes and all the bumps. That's just because spirit knew where they were and was guiding them around those, right? So think about that. Like if you've driven around a neighborhood enough times, even your own neighborhood, you kind of know where every one of those manholes is. It's kind of sunken down too much, or the pothole in the road, and you almost maneuver around them within your lane as you drive through there. That's kind of like what spirit was doing, but now all of a sudden you're the one. Oh. I'm getting like, even though it's a time to heal, I'm not really seeing like sleeping and resting. I feel like this is, yeah, because there's gonna be some things that trigger you. There's gonna be some things that they're designed to trigger you, like whatever you're coming up towards here. It's part of your healing and your growing process. But it's in a very different way. It's in a very active way, like confronting things that trigger you, confronting things that maybe upset you or feel like blocks. And I'll show you, because, so the hidden factor that you are unaware of, life is speeding up. Things are about to start really moving for you. I'm sorry. Kind of like all of a sudden my fridge decided it needed to make more ice. All right, it's done with that. Life is speeding up. Things are going to start moving. Like, that's what I'm saying, that this does not, these cards are not feeling like, to me, that this time of healing is a time of restful healing. This feels like a time of healing that is about actively participating in what's going on around you, because you've been given the reins to this cart, wherever you're taking your life here. Energy that is approaching you. Overcome any obstacles. I do feel like anything that comes towards you, you're going to be able to negotiate it. You're going to be able to move it through, but that's how this is healing you. It's kind of empowering. This is an empowering aspect of healing. If you can imagine, if you've had a broken leg or a broken limb of some sort, and you've needed to just let it rest, or you've had to have it in a cast, or, you know, it's had to be wrapped up in some form, in some way, because it's needed to rest. So this is almost like a two-part healing process. So you've been through the first part of resting. There's another card here I have to talk about. Resting, recovering, maybe even a bit of massage, who knows, increase the circulation. Now the cast is coming off. Now the cast is coming off. I want to make it more like it's a leg, but my leg is way down here, so it's kind of hard to show you. But it's almost like the cast is coming off now, and you need to start using it. So you might be doing some physiotherapy. You might be doing some stretches. You're going to be doing some things that are going to be strengthening this leg, but they're going to hurt a little bit. And that's what I want to say. Like, it just feels like you might be going through some things that trigger you here. Bring some old pains forward and upwards. Yeah. But you will overcome this. And this is the other card. Wasp spirit. This is your underline. Sometimes life stings. But I'm getting that like a leg. Like, if the cast has come off, if you've come out of the cocoon, out of the chrysalis, and life is speeding up, like now it's time to start flying. Now it's time to use those brand new wings that you have. Oh, it's a lot of work. I've never flown before. With the butterfly, we ever think about that? What do they think? Like, I've never flown before. It's really tiring. But all those muscles, like even the baby bird, they're always jumping up in the nest and flapping it, because they're developing all those chest muscles so that they can actually fly. But that's what I feel like. So the next part of your healing process is taking the cast off and using the leg. Like using yourself, moving forward in your new world, in your new life, wherever you're going with that, because it feels like this whole analogy of like a broken limb to me. It does feel like you're utilizing, because you're using it in a new way. It's not the leg it was before. So you're not the person you were before, coming out of whatever this healing process is for you. So now I'm going to use like a teeny tiny tarot deck to clarify some of this stuff. So now is a lucky time, right? You're being asked to release that. Don't rely on luck. Make your own luck. But let's see what we get. Releasing now is a lucky time. Releasing now is a lucky time. Releasing now is a lucky time. You have the Page of Cups. You know, I can't help but think maybe there's something for you and children. Because this rabbit has 2 little baby bunnies down here, and it's a page. And you also got a page. You see that? She's got 2 little baby bunnies on the bottom, and then there's a page. So release that. Don't rely on luck here. More information about that. I feel like this page came out just to draw my attention to the baby bunnies. Release this luck. How does this Justice card? It does feel like you need to take more control over something to happen for you. It could have something to do with kids. It could have something to do with someone that you are like a guardian of. I mean, it may even also, for any of you that doesn't resonate at all if you're much younger too and you don't have any children. I mean, it could be a younger sibling, but I do feel like for some of you, there's some aspect of your own inner child. That's what this is, because that's what those triggers are all about. That's like dealing with something from your past, something from when you were very young that you've probably had to struggle with and deal with, and maybe you thought you put it away, but you may not have fully conquered it. It's kind of funny how this is coming out right now after the video that I just released about my own sort of dark night of the soul, going through something. It kind of feels like that. So you're being asked to embrace this healing, but it feels active, like you're going to give yourself your own medicine here. And that own medicine plays through by actually being an active participant in life. And you're going to stumble, you're going to make some mistakes, you're going to hit some potholes, you're going to hit some obstacles, but you're going to push through them. So time to heal. This is for the Aquarians to embrace a time to heal. Whoa, look, the 9 of Wands into the 4 of Wands. You might be really tired on this journey that you've been. Maybe Spirit gave you the reins a while ago on this chariot, this cart that you're on. And you've been negotiating for a while. So a time to heal. You're going to heal. I feel like connections around you as well. You're going to heal connections around you. There may be opportunities for this. So it's up to you to embrace that or not too, because it's what you're being asked to embrace. It's not necessarily the energy that's approaching you. It could be a circumstance that plays out in a certain way, and it's kind of up to you how you want to negotiate yourself through it. Do you want to heal it or not? I think you'll be given a choice to heal things here. Now, the hidden factor that you're not aware of, your life is about to speed up. Life is speeding up for Aquarius. Life is speeding up for Aquarius. The 4 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. Interesting story. Because the 4 of Swords is about healing. And right, this person, and what I said, you know, usually, typically, when we talk about a healing cycle, it is resting, it is nurturing yourself, it is kind of taking time out from the world and looking after you. And that's what we, you know, you kind of see in that card. But I'm feeling like this cycle of healing for you is a more active approach. Like you're getting up out of that bed, you're standing, and right, we always look at this, they have this knight or warrior, whatever you want to call them, they have one knight across one sword, and then 3 on the wall. And so the idea behind the story is they've come back from a battle and they're resting and recovering, and when they sit up, when they stand up, they take that one sword and they have their new truth. They have their new day. And your new day starts with the 7 of Cups. There's going to be a lot of choices here. That's part of what the obstacles in negotiating them are all the different choices that you have here moving forward. You didn't have these choices when you were like laying back and resting. This is really about moving forward in what feels like a much more physical sense than perhaps you have been up until now. And to overcome any obstacles is the energy that's approaching you. overcoming any obstacles. The Wheel and the Seven of Wands. I'm feeling like these obstacles are energies from the past with this Wheel of Fortune. Some sort of energy from the past, overcoming that to move forward. Again, it does feel like some sort of inner child healing going on here. Also, what I'm getting with this, you know, what you're being asked to release. If you look at this bunny with the little babies, they feel really safe, right? Like mommy looks after everything. Mommy is there for them. Mommy alerts them if there's danger. Mommy would put herself in the way. She would hide the babies and maybe try to lure danger away from them. They're really, really protected at that point in life. It does feel like the rain's being released here for you. Like you're that little bunny, you've gotten bigger now. It's time to look after yourself. Come on. You gotta grow up now, Aquarius. No, Aquarius is like that child. I'm not growing up, man. No, you're just taking it on a whole different journey here. I want to just clarify, sometimes life stings. Sometimes life stings is the underline for Aquarius. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Let's get more. The Queen of Cups. What else is going on with this? Sometimes life stings. The Queen of Cups, the Hermit, and the Eight of Wands. Oh, you may have been in a cycle where you weren't able to really move forward with the expression, with the really joyful, beautiful part of you, the really creative, intuitive, there we go, the really creative, intuitive aspect of you has been kind of sitting in an isolation. It's been sitting, it's been held up, it's been held back. It's funny, I'm looking at the clock and it's literally 11:11 right now as I'm talking about that with you. But look at the movement coming out. So maybe this whole energy with sometimes life stings in these cards, you've had an awful lot inside that you'd like to give, but there has been some period of time where it's been, you've required to hold it back, to look within it as well. But there's going to be movement. Look at this Eight of Wands. That's a lot of movement. You might be coming out of a period of when life has stung. Because this life is speeding up here, is moving you into the Ten of Cups. So it's kind of like having a lot of options. And as you make those choices and options for yourself, you're bringing yourself towards real happiness. Real happiness and fulfillment. I want to say, I feel like you're coming out of a period of time where it feels like life has been stinging you. And that's about to change. But you have to put your big girl or your big boy pants on for this one, I feel like. With the little baby bunnies. It's a little bit like, well, now you've matured and you're the big bunny and you got to get out there. And, you know, mommy bunny or spirit's not going to be holding the reins of the wagon. You're going to be doing that. So you're going to be more in charge of where you're going. And that's it. What's at the bottom here? Oh, the Tower is at the bottom. Interesting. Oh, you have the Tower and then the Two of Cups and then it's reversed. I tell you, you're going somewhere good. You're going somewhere good. Yeah, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do the extended. And in that extended, like I'm going to find out what your inner child is asking of you, how you're responding, but how your inner child would really like you to respond. I'm going to use this Energy Oracle deck. I'm playing it up around, I'm playing with the readings a little bit to see how your inner child communicates to you through that. Thank you so much, Aquarius. Until next time, I don't know when that's going to be. You just got to pay attention for your readings. Be gentle with yourself. Bye.